money keeps pouring in. Next card, a deuce. I got a full house, right?
Yeah, I'm ripping shots. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. And it was like we won $250,000 after the stream ended.
Guys, the World Series of Poker is on. It's active, ripping right now as we speak. JC has been abroad playing super high stakes poker in España while the World Cup is going on. And obviously, with all that going on, we're going to talk about me and the 1-2 game that I played yesterday.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yes.
You need to talk about all your poker endeavors.
Well, you know, as a live stream professional poker player, I have a lot that we need to get to. So here's the deal.
And I somehow got roped into taking 50% of your action.
Roped in.
Yeah.
Buddy, I have some really...
You have good news?
Okay. So
you played the fold yesterday.
I played the fold. You had a decision to make if you wanted to continue to take 50% of my action after the stream.
Yeah.
And you said yes. So if we had cut it off after the stream, up 450 would have been the number.
Okay.
But because we went after the stream, the final number was up 150.
$150?
Yeah, so you, sir, are the proud winner of $75.
$75
from the stream. Yeah.
Almost paid for the pod.
Almost paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
A couple more of those sessions.
Dude.
And I can pay for one episode. Fantastic.
Everyone loves you when you're like this. People do write in. Wow, what a positive guy.
A little story. I had one of my biggest scores taking a piece was a situation like that where it was a big stream and I had 10% of a friend and the stream ended and they're like, "Oh, we're playing post stream. Do you want?" And this was a couple of years ago. I was out drinking. So I was feeling pretty frisky. Yeah. And the guy's like, "Do you want to keep your piece on after stream?" And I'm ripping shots. I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" And then I black out and I wake up to text at 6 a.m. and it was like we won $250,000 after the stream ended, post stream, and I had you had
50%.
I had like 10 or 20% or something.
But it
was a big score. Yeah, I woke up to a big score.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well, today you woke up to $75 right in your account. Bro, it was.
Yeah, did you have fun?
Dude, I had a blast. And there were a couple hands that were...
We don't have to talk about them. I'm sure you did great.
Okay. Why are you being like this today? What happened?
No. It's just... No, let's hear the hand histories.
Don't be difficult, okay? We're locking in, dude. Okay. This is people come here for the good vibes.
Did you write down the hand history so at least you have some, or are we just gonna wing it you don't know what position?
Well, there's one where it was incredible. Okay. Right? We were playing 1-1, but it was a very straddle heavy game. A lot of people were straddling for $5. And as you know, in Texas, when you play 1-1 or you play 1-2, it doesn't really play like 1-1 or 1-2. A lot of times it plays super high stakes, right? So what was going on? There were a lot of hands where people were just kind of throwing money in. We were going 3-4 ways to the flop pretty regularly. And on top of that, Nadav had a sponsor from an online casino. And so he would splash $100 in the pot, right? And we're also playing the 7 deuce game.
Okay. So this was a splash pot?
Oh, yeah. So the cards come around.
There's $100 dead in the middle.
$100 dead in the middle. I get dealt 7 deuce offsuit on the button.
And you're playing 7 deuce game?
Yes.
And what's your stack size?
I am in for I think I have 450, having bought in for
In front of you have 450?
Yes.
And what's the 7 deuce penalty?
The 7 deuce penalty is $10.
And you're 9-handed?
We're playing 7-handed.
Okay, so 60.
$60.
So if you take down the pot, you win 160.
160 extra, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, everybody kind of goes around to get in. It's somebody bet 15. I'm like, fuck it, let's go, right? I'm on the button. Yeah. So I put my 15 in. Flop comes 7-7-10. I'm like,
you luck box.
Let's go. So
you already made a mistake.
Money keeps pouring in. Next card, a deuce. I got a full house, right? Yeah. I ended up winning almost $1,000 on that hand, I think.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Do you know what the right play is?
No, what's the play?
Shove pre.
Shove pre on 7 deuce?
Yeah. Because there's 160 out there dead for you and no one else. And you only have 450. So you make 30%, 33% of your stack is out there. So if you just shove and you apply max fold pressure to all the hands, and they're just going to fold king highs and queen highs, and you take down and increase your stack by 30, 34%.
It's a great play, honestly.
Yeah. You just shove.
Okay, yeah, because it's so the logic there is that the odds that somebody
you're gonna have a really hard time winning post.
The odds that people fold are like the odds that somebody calls you going all in pre.
Yeah, they're gonna have to have like a really, really strong hand, in which most of the time they're not gonna have. So you're just gonna scoop the 160.
The 7 deuce was that was a nice dub, and then there was another one where I got dealt ace 5 offsuit, right, and I'm like, fuck it, let's play. Flop comes 3 aces. I hit quads on the flop. I'm like, wow. Holy fuck. But
do you understand why it's an all in?
Yes, because it's like
let's say this. If you do it, like if you do that 3 times in a row and you win all 3, that's $480. So you've made your entire stack in 3 hands. And if you do it on a large scale, like if you go all in there for 450 100 times, and you're only going to get called 10% of the time, you're printing all that profit.
Do you
like 1 out of 10 times you're getting called, so 9 times you're winning $160.
So I'll tell you.
So that's printing that you're printing profit.
I'll tell you why I didn't do it is because I didn't think the odds of me getting called was 10%. I thought it was way
much higher
because there was a point where I was up $1,000 and I was getting a lot of shit from everyone at the table. Everyone was kind of busting my balls because they're like, oh, you won $1,000 and then you tightened up. Like you haven't played a hand in an orbit.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like, it ended up going to the computer where they're like, all right, show everyone's VPIP. And here's the thing. Like I would never play this many hands in like a off stream game. Nadav had like a 75% VPIP. Somebody had 50. I was playing 60% of hands. So I'm like, guys, like
that's a lot.
I'm playing a ton. And sure enough, I loosened up and there was a hand where I lost a ton of money. This was the big one that kind of cleaned me out. I got dealt it was something 7. I forget what it was.
Yeah, we got to write down these hands.
But the flop came 7-7 ace, right? I'm like, let's go. It's good. I got 3 of a kind. Then there was another ace, and
so then your hand shrinks up.
Yeah, we ended up going all in. The other guy had the ace, so he had the higher full house. And I'm like, and I was looking at him. It was one of those ones where I flip my hand over and I go, look, I have a full house. I'm like trying to get a read on this guy, trying to figure out if he has it. I had won some money making some like aggressive bets where I was like, I don't think they had it. I won a couple $100 off Nadav. And I was like, you know what? I've kind of made the right calls on going all in these situations where people haven't had anything. I don't think he has it. I think he's just trying to get me to fold a lower full house, and he flipped over the ace, and I lost like a decent amount of money. But
yeah,
I'm not thrilled with the way I played, but I would say compared to the last time I was on stream, it was a dramatic fucking improvement.
Yeah,
huge improvement.
Yeah, there's still some large gaps in theory, like theoretically. So that hand you have ace 7-7 and you have a 7 on the flop. Mm-hmm. So you start to bet, right, and you're trying to extract value from an ace because you have the ace beat.
Yeah.
So that's your you're extracting value from top pair. Now another ace comes on the turn. Now you have to reorganize your whole strategy because now you're not extracting value from an ace anymore because it has you beat. So you shoving the river is basically not allowing something worse to call you and only better to call you. Mm. So a shove
gives the ace a chance to extract maximum value from me.
Yeah,
truly.
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it's tough. Fuck.
Yeah, it's no longer a value shove. So we'll work on it.
I think there's a decent. Yeah, it's a tough game.
It's a tough
man.
game.
It's a really
it's
hard
a very
game.
tough game.
Some things have, kind of one thing that I was really considering that I think played pretty well early on was like, just like the idea of like implied odds. And you're like, if I hit something, I could just take this guy's entire stack, So if I'm open-ended and somebody bets, 25% of the pot, I'm staying in there,
Sure.
Because I'm like, I could fucking rinse this guy. And, a couple hands paid, and you start to realize that it's like, you don't make the money off of like the little hands where you win a couple big blinds. It's like a few big hands make the entire night.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to not be on the other end of those. And I made the mistake of like, okay.
I had some guys teaching me a new game.
What's the new game?
5-card PLO high only. So instead of getting dealt 4, you get dealt 5.
Whoa. And you only play 1 card instead of 2.
No, you still play 2 out of your hand and 3 from the board.
Mm-hmm.
But it creates a lot more variance and opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a wild game. I don't have much experience with it, and I flew all the way to Spain, and that's what they were playing.
Whoa.
And I mean, they were advertising Hold'em and PLO, but they didn't specify that it was 5 cards. And then I got there, and they're like, everyone wanted to play 5. So
how do you handle that when you end up in a situation like that where like you're playing high stakes, it's a game you've never played? Do you figure it out, or do you just walk out the door and go to Ibiza for the weekend?
No, the first session, I didn't want to like stir the pot or anything, because I was a guest. So we just played, and I got waxed for like 68K.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that was fun. It's like flew all the way here, played a game I wasn't completely familiar with.
Do you wake up just kicking yourself, just being like, I wish I walked out of that fucking room?
No, the action I could tell was decent, and the game quality's fine, and it wasn't like all professionals. So, I handled it fine. I went and got a workout in the morning, and then, but I told him, I was like, I came here to play Hold'em and PLO. So the next day, we played, we ended up settling on like a round of each. So we played a round of No Limit, a round of PLO 4-card, and a round of PLO 5-card.
Great.
And then I started getting like my bearings in 5-card, and the second day went great.
So like, when you're playing 5-card PLO, are people just flopping fucking? Is it like a bomb pot where people are just flopping just insane shit all the time? Where you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of big hands, and pretty much like medium or without nutted flush draws. You shouldn't really be drawing without like a nut flush draw, because there's just the opportunity for the nut flush draw to be out there is so high.
Yeah.
But we were also playing Squid, so the Squid game, which just made it massive.
Yeah, see, one of the things is like, people don't realize like how often, like these little things, like all the, like just having $100 in dead money at the game that I was playing just makes the pots just fucking balloon.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, it's $100. It's like not that big compared to the size, but it's like, no, that's not it. That what it is it gets everyone in the hand.
Yeah.
It prices everyone in.
We were playing $300 a Squid button,
mm-hmm.
and there was so I think we were like 7-handed, so there's 8 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's $2,400 in buttons. But here's the kicker: how they play is 2 buttons are awarded in the first pot. And if you get to 4 Squid buttons, your buttons double. So if you're playing 300 button and you get 4 of them, now they're worth 600 a button. And if there's multiple losers, they obviously
wow.
So
okay.
if there's 2 losers and you have 4 buttons, it goes from 300 a button to 600 a button. 2 losers, that's 1,200 a button.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 4, that's 4,800 right there. So it's a huge game. 3 losers, that's $1,800 a button, times however many buttons you have. 4 or more. It gets big quick.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it was a fun trip to be there during the World Cup and then have Spain win.
Yeah, did they win while you were on the table?
Oh, yeah.
I would have figured you guys would have like canceled the game for 2 hours.
No, they had big flat screens on and everyone played and watched.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of Spaniards there. So, obviously.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
I mean, it was fucking incredible watching that game.
There's a group of Dutch guys, and they all bet Argentina. They're the only ones in the room to bet Argentina. So they were a little sad, but it was a good time.
Yeah, dude, the watching that game was incredible. Me and Dale watched it at the Creek, and dude,
Argentina didn't get a single shot off, right?
No,
not until the very end.
Not until the end.
Yeah,
that's wild,
dude. It just felt like it did feel for a second like I remember watching the Red Sox in 2004 after like the curse of the Bambino and the ball going through Buckner's legs and blowing it in 2003. And I remember like right when they won the World Series, like it was a ground ball to second base. It's an underhand throw. Was it a ground ball to the pitcher? It might have been a ground ball to Timlin, but not Timlin, Keith Falk. But it's an underhand throw to first base, and you win the World Series. And he made the throw, but I remember just having the feeling watching that like, it's going to go over his head, and St. Louis is going to get on, and they're going to win 4 games in a row, and this is just going to keep going forever. Like, we're never going to win. And I remember getting that feeling when we're like 75 minutes in, because it's like Argentina's put all their goals in after 75 minutes. And I remember just getting this feeling like, dude, they waved off that goal earlier. We had the offside. I'm like, this is how it ends. This is how it ends. It ends with Argentina not putting a single shot on net, Spain getting 18, and then Messi putting like a brilliant cross to some guy's head, and then it's 1-0 and you lose. And the fact that they actually pulled out the game was like so special. And then me and Dale and a bunch of our friends got spectacularly drunk, and then Dale abandoned me at the bar.
It was a miscommunication.
It was
a I thought you were in on the bail because we were all bailing from Colin, and then everyone kind of went their separate ways, and I was like, okay, I guess he's left too. I had no idea you were still fucking there.
Dude, it was
he was too drunk to hang out.
It was brutal. We were at Latchkey, and we were fucking around pretty aggressively. Like we were having fun.
Great time.
And then we decided to go to Lowdown. And for whatever reason, my brain just navigates to Lowdown. And every time I get there, I'm like, I hate this fucking bar. This is so boring. And we walked in, and our friend Colin's friends were like blackout drunk and just being like
grabbing dicks. I think I know Colin, right?
Yeah. They were all being fucking really annoying. And yeah, we walked in, and I just like sat down and was just looking at my phone. And 4 of our other friends were there, and I got up, and everyone was gone, except for Colin and his blackout drunk friends. And I went over, I'm like, did those guys leave? And Colin's drunk friends are like, dude, they fucking abandoned you. They didn't want to hang out with you anymore. They're stuck with us. I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. This sucks. It was a beautiful moment, but yeah, I was like, I needed to go home anyway.
Yeah, it was turning into a brutal hang that was no longer required to keep going.
Yeah,
and I thought we were all in on it. The next day when you called me, I felt so bad.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It was like it was a beautiful Irish exit orchestrated by the boys, and honestly, it needed to be fucking done for sure. But yeah, I mean, another dozen beer Sunday.
How was July 4th?
July 4th was
you went to Colorado.
It was sick. Great time, like awesome hang out
with your brother.
Yeah, the hiking was spectacular, but dude, like everything's fucking on fire right now. There's a ton of Colorado wildfires.
Spain was on fire.
Spain's on fire. Canada's on fire. Dude, the smoke just like got up my nose, and I got like a sinus infection. I was fucked up for like 2 weeks.
The first time actually it was the second time I went to Australia by myself was right during their fires. Yeah. Do you remember they had huge fires?
We've lost the family home.
We were on lockdown in Melbourne. You couldn't go outside. It was like thick smoke. And I would walk to the casino against the rules, and it would you'd just be choking on smoke that was coming in.
Yeah,
it was wild. Yeah,
it's kind of brutal, dude. I mean, yeah, I guess Chicago had some of the worst air quality in the country. I mean, it's just fucked. But
I saw something. So the most European thing I've ever seen. I went to the beach one day and walked the beach, and then I found this like beach gym, and this 60-some-year-old dude, maybe 70, just ripping pull-ups and push-ups.
Was this in Spain or
in Spain?
Yeah, okay,
in Spain this past week. And so I'm like working out with this guy, and he's jacked and old, and I was like, yeah, this is.
And he was like, will you suck me? And you're like, yes.
No, absolutely. It was just, it's a freaking role model for how you want to be when you get to that age. But he finishes the workout, and then he sits down by his bike and just lights up multiple cigarettes.
Fuck yeah.
Everyone smokes there.
Yeah, people don't understand. There's like a cigarettes and nicotine fuck me up really bad. But I think there's like a thing going on in American culture where there's really hardcore like health stuff where people are like, okay, I need to get my 9 hours of sleep. I wear my tracker. If I sleep even a little bit off, everything's great. I got to take my magnesium, got to take my supplements, got to eat perfect, got to not drink. And then it's like, dude, that becomes like an obsession, and you like develop OCD. I'm convinced the way to live is like, I'm obviously overdoing it with the booze. You should not have 10 drinks on Sunday and Tuesday in the same week. But like a few drinks, working out like a fucking animal, and then a dart every now and again, hell yeah, dude. It's the best. It's the way to do it. I don't know if cigs will ever be like the thing where I'm like, yeah, you should be smoking them, but I think like a few beers is like pretty good for most people.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever smoke cigarettes. But that's personal history. That's what my dad smoked for 47 years. And I have memories of the being like choking in the back of his car and him cracking the window, and I'm like, can you stop? Like, I'm dying back here. Brutal. And he's like, you're fine, because there's no science behind it. Like, secondhand smoke wasn't.
No, there was secondhand smoke science,
but in the 90s.
In the 90s, there was.
But no one listened to it. It wasn't like.
It's like there's no science, and you're like, there's a lot of it.
But the internet, no one had the information. Exactly. So my dad would crack the window like this much, smoke in the car, and just blow it out. But most of it would just go in the back seat and have me dying back there. And I would get car sick and nauseous. And so, yeah, once I got older and I was offered cigarettes, there's just no way. Because cigarettes just make me feel, nauseous.
Yeah, I was the kid growing up that would like get mad at my family that would smoke cigarettes. I'd like yell at my aunts and uncles, and because I was like, we were in a firm no smoking house, and then I went to college and just would rip fucking darts. But honestly, I've never been able to handle being a smoker. You know what I mean? Like when I was in China, we would smoke half a pack a day, but like, dude, I can't smoke. I know. Dale's like, that counts, Joe. Chinese cigarettes don't count. But I just think like, smoking darts wears me out so much. Like I'm just so exhausted when I'm smoking, because like when I smoke a cigarette, it like zaps my full energy. Whereas like if I'm doing pouches or dip, I'm usually like, okay, not a big deal. But I was talking to Spencer Cavins about this, and I'm like, I would get back on nicotine if I knew that I would only not get a craving for the whole day. And then at like 11 p.m. at night when I get home, I could throw in 2 Zins, upper deck, and that was my only nicotine for the day. Would do it in a heartbeat, but that's not the way it works for me. I get hooked, and I'm ripping, Can't help it. But, dude, the World Series of Poker is on. Have you been following it at all?
No, I haven't.
Do we know who's still in? Should we look it up?
You know what they're doing, though?
What?
The final table is postponed for months.
Why?
They're going back to that format.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, where once you make the final table, then they come back.
We know
months
any of these
later.
Guys? Negreanu made it?
No.
Oh, this is just standings for the year.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, this is just player standings.
Do main event to final table. 2026.
Here we go. Let's see who's in. Oof, somebody's got a huge chip
So
lead.
the final table's set, and they come back.
Go back up, Dale. You blew right by it. The 9 players who will be competing for the $10 million first prize is Lucas Jamalin, Rami Hamoud, Greg Mueller, Michael Gagliano, Mario Boos. Man, these are some rough names, dude. These are some rough names.
Scroll down a little. Let's see when they come back.
Rough names to be reading aloud, hungover. Going into the final table, Jumalan, 22, holds a large chip lead at $194 million, followed by Hamoud at 79.
Oh my God.
Does it say when they're coming back? Main event play will pause for several weeks before players reconvene at the Paris, Las Vegas final table from August 3 to 5. Yeah. So,
wow.
So a couple weeks. So it used to be called the November 9. They would play the main event down to the final table, and then so that's in July, and then they would pause after they had the final table set, which I think was 9 players. Yeah, November 9, and then come back in November. So that was for years. They did that, and all the players that made the final table would hire the top professional players to coach them and give them pieces.
Whoa.
Yeah, it used to be this whole thing.
So it's totally different than just having to rush into it and keep going. You don't have time to sell a steak.
Well, then then they changed to like maybe there was like 1 day break or 2 day break or something like that for years. That's what it was. And now they're postponing it for a few weeks.
And they're hiring the top pros because I'm sure it's just like random people sneak in there sometimes, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people on the final table it's not the best players in the world. It's the guys that ran the hottest that week or those 2 weeks. There are very good players that make the final table, but they still, they can get better players to coach them up. Last year, 2025's final table might have been like the lowest like quality of player as far as like skill wise that made it. It was a lot of quote unquote like recs, like recreationals.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. People just sneak in there, dude. Yeah. Run hot for a couple of days and
tournaments are a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you didn't play this year?
No, I didn't play because I had no desire to be in Vegas. You always get sick. My buddy John Driver got like deathly ill, bad flu. And he's just now feeling better. So you have to fight that, and then getting into good games is kind of tough. I have a few connections, but every pro in the world is out there.
Yeah.
So the public games, the game quality is not good, not that good.
The competition's too strong.
If you're trying to play a decent stake, 25, 50 or bigger, it's going to be very pro heavy, and if it's not pro heavy, it's private, and so you gotta get an invite.
Gotta get a little invite, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I could get that where there's just so many people that like you don't have a chance. Too many good pros, man. It's tough, dude, and it's already hot enough here. I mean, this is our first 100-degree day we've had all year. It's fucking killing me. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I was on like 5 hours sleep from Europe, and I walked yesterday around the lake. It was brutal.
You got a little lake walk, dude. 1,000-degree lake walk.
We had some write-in questions we never got to.
Let's do it. Let's hit it.
All right, first one. As far as I know, you are one in winning tournaments after going to a Zed show the night before. Is it possible you'd crack the code to the simulation and should check in on his touring schedule? Ryan.
Is there a story there?
Yeah. The first tournament I won, the first major I ever won, it was the Tampa Bay Hard Rock Winter Poker Open. What are you looking at?
I'm looking out the window.
Okay. Are we
Sorry.
Are you here?
I don't
you just keep staring off into the distance when I'm talking to you.
There's fish jumping out of the water out there. I don't know if anybody told me.
Do you want to watch fish or do you want to?
I've been afflicted by attention deficit disorder, so we might have.
It's really nice talking to somebody and they're just staring out.
I'm trying, dude.
Do you need me to close the blinds?
We might have to close the blinds for the next episode
because that's pretty distracting.
It is. It's brutal. Okay, I'm locked.
You talk to me. I'm gonna do this.
I'm listening. I'm locked in. I'm sorry.
You're super locked in.
I'm the most locked in.
You're locked in on the lake.
Ace 7-7.
I'll get a shittier apartment with no view. You want to go down and look at the trees?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
This is brutal. What are you?
Stop looking at the window. So the first tournament I won is the Tampa Bay Hard Rock Winter Poker Open, and I'm 25 years old. Okay, and I bag. It's a 2-day tournament. So I bag like 80K in chips, which is dust. It's nothing. You're coming back to like 5K big blind or something, or 4K big blind. So 20 bigs, something around that, which is a very short stack.
Yes.
And how these tournaments work is usually day 2 is like on a Sunday. So it's the weekend. Mm-hmm. And I was, there's like a rave going on that night, and all my friends are going. My girlfriend wanted to go. And yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I barely have any chips in this tournament. I'll come back and play, but it's not looking good. So we go see this EDM show, and and we all take Molly, and I roll my face off all night and get 0 sleep. Absolutely no sleep.
Nothing.
Go to Hard Rock. I remember being in the cafeteria eating a slice of pizza and having a Coke, and just being like ill and sweating and a stomach ache, and I'm like, what? Like, this is horrible. And I sit down and start playing the tournament at noon or whatever, and I hang around. I get to like 200, 300K, and then at like 6 or 7 in the evening, I make a nut flush with king, queen of hearts.
Oof.
And a guy bluffs off his whole stack into me, and I get over $1 million in chips. And then I coast to the final, and then I get in like a zone.
Yeah.
I just hit a zone and start terrorizing everyone. I call this guy down with like 4s in a huge spot where he triple barrels, and I was right. I was like, he just doesn't have it. And I call with 4s, and I win a big pot, and then I become chip leader. And then all of a sudden we're at the final table, and then there's like 8 players left, and I'm just locked in. I don't feel hungover. I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
And we get down to 7, 6, 5. Then there's 4 players left, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh my god, like, is this happening?
Are you like in the lead at this point?
Yeah. I'm a massive chip leader. Fuck. And then there's 4 left, and then there's 3 left, and then we look, and there's like all this money in the prize pool. And Shetty, a tournament pro from South Florida, is like, you guys want to chop it up? And I was like, well,
no.
I get the most, and I get the trophy. I have all the chips. And they offer me like 135K plus the trophy. And I think first place might have been 180 or something, or 170. Mm-hmm.
And what's second place?
Maybe second place was like 90. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. This was 10.
You're like, no, I'm going for it.
No, this is 10. No, I took it.
Okay.
I took it. So I won first place. I got the trophy. I got 135,000. And then I go to the bathroom and I bawl my eyes out. Just start crying, because my dad was my backer my whole life. Mm-hmm. And he would always give me money to play poker, and he believed in me. He would give me $600 here, $1,500 there. He would start me like with small bankrolls, and I would bust them, and then I would go to work, and then he'd be like, all right, like when he was doing all right with money, he'd give me like, he's like, all right, here's 5K. Here's a 5K bankroll. See how long, and I'd run it up to 15K or 30K. It would last me 6 months, 7 months. I'd run it back down. Anyway, I think I probably lost him 50 to 60,000.
Holy shit.
Total. Like from when I started playing, from like 18 to 25, but he passed away a few months before that tournament. And I always told him, I'm like, I'm going to make it in poker one day, and I'm going to pay you back. Mm-hmm. and so like I win the tournament, and they hand me like $50K in cash, and then write me a check for 80 some thousand, and then I go in the bathroom and I'm like, oh shit, like I could have paid my dad back, and I just start bawling. I was like, well, you know, it felt like he was there. So
yeah, it's amazing, man.
And I was hungover from Molly.
Dude, yeah, the Molly hangover cry is it's notorious for me, but dude, that's beautiful. It's like I
built my roll up, and then I went on a cash game heater the next few months, and I had like close to $500,000 at 25, and I thought I was God's gift to poker, and I thought I was the best in the world, and bought my girlfriend a car. I thought I was rich, and I went broke in 8 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
8 months.
8 months it took me to.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's so hard about this is like
comes at you fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could handle a career where you just know, like, in the first decade you're going to go broke multiple times, and that's if you're lucky.
I mean, listen, I'm not, you know, the smartest guy in the world. There's like my best friend and my peers. They're much more conservative and wiser than me, and you know, they didn't have to go through all the hard lessons. They were more conservative and better bankroll management and never went broke. But for me, I was, you know, hard-headed and just had to learn the hard way from tough lessons over and over and over. And that was one of the biggest ones was, you know, now I think I've said this before, but like I would take $100,000 in cash in my hands now over $1 million in my hands 10 years ago.
Yeah.
$1 million in my hands 10 years ago.
You're going to go quick.
It's going to go so fast.
Get a little blow.
You have no idea how to handle it.
Play a fucking 100, 200 game.
Yeah, your ego explodes, and you think you can play 200, 400 PLO drunk, and like no, good luck, like you're dead.
Yeah. It's fucking hard. Playing drunk is near impossible. I've been learning that. It's a distinct challenge.
It's fine if everyone's drunk. But if you're the one that's leading the party,
I was leading the party. Yes.
Yeah, then it's tough.
Yeah, dude. Watching a guy that you have 50% of on a live stream ordering tequila shots for the table multiple times is going to be a joy for you to watch.
It's okay. I bought the piece for entertainment.
Yeah. Well, and you made a little profit too. It's nice.
Yeah. How are you going to pay me?
However you'd like.
I want cash.
Okay, fine.
I want 3 20s and a 10 and a 5.
Okay, I can arrange.
Please.
I can arrange for that to happen.
Next question.
Is there a reason? Sorry if I don't mind asking a question. Is there a reason why when you're drunk it starts going bad? Because I feel like some other thing, like when you play pool, sometimes it goes better when you're drunk.
I mean, it can go great when you're drunk too. Okay. But the sample size, like if you have a large enough sample size, you're going to play worse. Intoxicated or on any substance, you're not going to play as good as you are going to play sober. You get overconfident when you're drunk. You start to play spots, you know, you take spots that you shouldn't. And some of the times it's going to work out and you're going to win a bunch and you're going to be like, oh, like it was a good thing I was drunk. I wouldn't have played that hand sober. But in the long run, it's a losing play. And so you're just playing worse.
Aggressive and just being dumb.
Yeah. There is like a sweet spot for sure. And I know some pros, a good friend of mine, Bulldog, he plays high stakes, and poker takes a lot of guts and courage and like a disdain for money and like a you have to be willing to go for it. And so he does like to play with a few beers. But he's not hammered.
Gotcha.
But he likes to feel a little loose.
Take the edge off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A little loose is good, man. You know,
yeah.
Get the fucking beers flowing.
Well, yeah, like if the spot calls for a 2x pot shove and it's $40,000, you gotta be willing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fine line between like being able to put yourself in positions where you'd be too uncomfortable to do it sober and just being like, yeah, fuck it, and just doing fuck it over and over again.
That's why Spain was good for me to play big again, and then I came back and played my game. Just getting used to the bigger numbers, and there was a spot that was really telling of it. Like when I got back and played my game, I 4-bet like ace-9 off to 6K, and maybe before the Spain trip, before I because I hadn't played high stakes in a while, maybe I don't take that spot where I know the guy's 3-betting me light, but I'm not used to playing these spots as aggressive. But now that I played like 4 or 5 days of high stakes, it's easier to immediately make those plays.
To just fucking get in there, dude.
That was a good question.
So a lot of these we've already done, like the biggest win, biggest loss. I feel like
the biggest loss was recent. Was on the downswing. I think I lost 170 in one session.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, wait, have we told the story of you losing the 170? I feel like we did on one of them.
I think we did.
But, dude, I have once again been taking the Johns Hopkins poker class. And
we should get to the questions.
All right. Well, all these, I'm looking at these.
What about this one?
Wayne, how much of your action do you have?
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Wayne. I have 100% of my action most of the time. In Spain, a buddy, a close friend of mine that works for me and helps me out, he has 1% of me when I play super big games.
Hell yeah.
So he made some money. I ended up in the trip. So I had 99% of myself. I was considering selling. I always consider selling when the games get super big. And I have friends that I'll sell 10 to 25% to. And, like if I'm playing a game where there's 6-figure stacks, or like, let's say, you need to buy in for like 50,000 or something. Mm-hmm. I'll probably try to sell up to half previous before the game starts.
Yeah.
Like when I play high stakes at the lodge, one of the last high stakes games, I think I had the most I've had of myself. I think I might have had 70. But yeah, when it gets to like 200, 400, I typically try to sell, 10% to a few guys, but I still have the majority of my action. And then anything smaller, I'm 100%.
Dude, I will say this. I feel like when I got a little carried away and played way too loose and fucked up pretty bad. But at the beginning, I feel like knowing that you're only in for 50% of yourself does like allow you to make better plays in some spots, because it's like, it's just too much money to be going all in for me for like $500,
It allows you not to think about the money.
Yeah, but if it's the right play and it's 250,
it can go both ways. Because then if you take a bad beat and you get a little steamed up and tilted, and then in the back of your head, well, it's not even my money. And that's always like kind of there. And I play with kids that are backed, and they play these spots fearlessly and are making these huge, bluffs for large numbers. And when it's going well, it looks great. And it's like, oh, you're really playing sharp. But then if they take a few beats and all of a sudden they start dusting off their chips, and it's like, well, it looks like you don't really care about the money now.
You don't care at all.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
where it's like if that was yours, maybe you don't play the spot like that.
Yes, it's a double-edged sword for sure. I mean, dude, it's I guess it's just something you can't take for granted. You gotta just. Do you want
to answer the next one? Is the dating market cooked?
Zach,
this feels like a good Joe question,
dude.
It's rough.
Can I tell you guys something? I'm back on Hinge for the first time in like a year right now. I did say that like Hinge was broken for a while. I was like, it's nuts. I'm like, I'm not getting matches. It's fucked up. And I'm like, if I'm not getting matches, it is what it is. But it is what it is. It turns out
it must be everyone else.
Yeah. it turns out I just really needed a haircut. That's all it was. I got a haircut, and now the hinge is not broken. It works really well, actually. It's unbelievable.
It's maybe I'm just getting old.
Mm-hmm.
But I've taken two breaks from social media lately, like two extended breaks. It is really hard to like. I reactivated my account at the end of Spain trip because I wanted to. The other half of the reason I went to Spain was to network. And to meet higher stakes games and higher stakes players, and to stay connected or to connect with people, you have to have social media.
Yeah, I saw that you're back on because I went to share something on my Instagram and you came back up in the recommended, which is great.
But it was so nice being off and then being off of it and just getting back on. And dude, as far like the dating, everyone's zombied. Like I was walking around, and especially like the teens and the 20-year-olds and like the late 20s, early 30s girls and guys.
Yeah.
I'm walking around in hotels and airports. No one's looking up.
Yeah.
No one's looking up. Everyone is like this.
Well, okay. So I've definitely, I share that perspective like to an extent, but I think airport's an interesting selection because it's like at the airport, I'm also fully zombied.
Yeah.
Like when I go to the airport.
Hotels too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like places where I'm going to like veg out and my screen time is going to be the highest is at the airport is near the top. Like for a while there, I was averaging like 3.5 hours on the phone every day. And then if I fly, it's like 6, 7.
Yeah.
And then in a hotel room too, it's just like, especially if you're traveling by yourself.
And it's all social media. Like when I was deactivated, there's no reason to look at your phone.
Well, so here's the problem with Hinge too, is like Hinge becomes social media.
Yeah,
it's not social media at the beginning, but then after a while, it's like, hey, here's a hot person. Here's another hot person. And like, I was on it for a week. I'll be honest. I went on 2 Hinge dates. It was okay. It was like pretty good, but I don't like the way that it affects my brain because we were all talking about this and it's like, you leave a date when you have Hinge and then you're like kind of thinking like, I should check the app again. And it's like a sick, overstimulated hyperloop that it creates where it's like almost the same thing as like porn, where it's like, yeah, but there could be another like more interesting thing right there. If you just keep going down this rabbit hole through the algorithm, you're like, you never know what you're going to find. And like, I think the answer for dating is like, dude, it's like, it's cliche, but you like have to just kill the apps and go talk to people. And it's like, I've always like, I told my brother this cause he's like newly
Not
single.
if you want to die alone.
Yeah. If you want to do that,
you don't have to talk to anybody.
But dude, I think the number one thing, and this is like what I kind of fucking tell everybody on the dating show. I'm like, dude, it's like the girls that would be getting hit on aggressively in the real world aren't getting talked to by anyone anymore. It's like and so just talk to people. And I always tell people, I'm like, dude, if you're the guy that talks to everyone all the time when you go out, you talk to like that gay guy that was trying to touch me and Pedro's dick. If you talk to fucking everybody, then like when the hot girl comes up and you want to talk to her
just another person.
Yeah, it's just and it is just another person. You're not like trying to mac. You're like, hey, what's up? How's it going? It's I think it is cooked in a way in that like the algorithms for social media and the dating apps have fried everyone's brain. But I think there's a chance, and I think there's still some like awesome people out there. It's just a little bit more digging,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
What was the next one? Scroll up a little bit. Okay. Do you think poker can make you better at other things? If so, what? Absolutely. Yeah. Poker. Well, I mean, if you let your awareness grow, then you realize that there's so much adversity in poker, and if you get better at handling adversity at the table, then consequently, like when adversity hits you in life, you'll handle it better. Any tips on how to get better at poker faster? More hours. Just keep playing more and more and more and more.
How do you manage bankroll when you're trying to play more and more hours, right? Because this is an interesting thing for me.
Yeah.
You consume poker content and find cheaper games, find 5 cent, 10 cent games.
Yeah.
Find games where, it's not affecting your money. Find free games online. Fake money. Play money if you're a beginner.
Zynga Poker, baby.
Biggest loss at the table, that was talked about, 170. Have you ever played with any celebrities? Yeah, I think a lot in the past. Well, I mean, poker's like I played with Ivy and Negreanu and a lot of those guys. Any like actual? I think I have. Their names are not coming up.
Dude, I love this. What's the easiest card game to make money on? This is a great question because I have a theory right now, and you can tell me if this is true. All right, so like there's a sort of a tradition that's pretty well established in Texas that you play a bomb pot every orbit, right? And bomb pots, dude, they get inflated where like the value of like the bomb pot will be most of the time the biggest hand played on every orbit, right? So if you can get nasty at playing bomb pots, you can win a ton of money just by
maybe that's in the games you play.
Really?
Yeah, not in my games.
Okay, what's it like in your games?
They're a fixed limit. We play Kukuruchu, which is you ante and then you pot or fold. So it's not you can't lose your whole stack.
What do you mean by that?
So if we have 9 players, everyone antes $100, and then it's 900 to call or fold. You fold, or you put 900 in, and whoever else put 900 in, you run it out for the remaining.
Whoa.
For the pot.
Okay, so there's no continue.
There's no betting on the turn and river, and we speed it up because the bomb pots take forever.
Interesting. Yeah, it's dude, a lot of like the 1-2 games at the lodge though, it's like you'll find hands where like the biggest hands that people are playing are like $200-$300, and then the bomb pots like $1,000 is getting tossed in there. Dude, I just think it's like it's just too tempting, when you're like, yeah, I have 2 pair on one board and I have 2 pair on another. It's like, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
run for the hills.
Well, you need to understand Omaha and learn PLO to play bomb pots because they're Omaha bomb pots.
Yeah, PLO, baby.
You're getting dealt 4 cards, right? Or you're getting dealt 2?
Getting dealt 4.
4, yeah. The easiest card game to make money. If you're talking about casino, then blackjack's going to be your best odds over UTH or anything else. How long does it take to get to a professional level in poker? The fastest I've.
Are you retarded or are you a smart guy?
Yeah, the fastest I've seen it is like guys get to that level in like 2 years, like but those are gifted geniuses. Like the guys that like got to the top echelon in poker, they probably were a professional level within 2 years, but they're also 10-12 hours a day studying every day. It's
so many factors, man.
For me, it took 6 years to get profitable, and then I had to learn all those hard lessons. So for me to get to like a true professional level, maybe 8 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was a little slow. Okay.
Oh, I got a question from your dad. That's nice.
Since playing professional poker for many years now, and now going back to your first love, golf, have you found the lessons of separating your emotions from the results aided you in your golf game? Dad. It's my stepdad from back home.
Who's the man?
I call him Dad. He is my dad. Yeah, absolutely. Tilting applies to any aspect of life. Getting flustered, getting emotional, becoming reactive instead of just responding to the situation. And so, poker and some healthy habits have trained me in the right way, and you lose your way time and time again. But lately I've I've gotten back to becoming, less reactive and more just responding to the situation. So I've had some insane golf rounds. I shot a 68 with a buddy.
Damn.
I played 2 weeks ago, and I made 5 birdies and had like 2 doubles coming in to shoot a 76 on a really hard course. So I got my golf game back. But yeah, I noticed that like when I hit a bad shot, instead of reacting and getting emotional or upset, it kind of immediately I let go of it, and I'm kind of unaffected. But
comedy has taught me too when there's like a heckler or something to just like get really angry, overreact in all aspects of life, and I found that to be very
But then I mean, it ebbs and flows, like when, especially like with relationally, like if you love is blind, like if you fall in love, holy shit, you can lose all your training real quick, become real reactive,
unglued.
Yeah. So the work continues.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good note to end on. You think that's about it?
Yeah, that was great.
Fuck yeah, boys.
Oh yeah. See ya.
T1K Pod. We're back. Subscribe and
subscribe.
And
what else?
Give a guy a Canadian goose if you see him. It'll be great. All right. Roll Tide. See you guys later.
See ya.